Good afternoon and welcome back again to the afternoon session on the second day at the Customer Experience Management Summit Event 2017, live from Cape Town. With me, I've got Vernon Fourie, the artist extraordinaire from CrissCross Studios. Welcome, Vernon. You're working with Brand Love for the Customer Experience Management event this year. Tell us what your experience has been at the summit this year.
Thanks, Neilio. Well, this is my first summit, or attending this one, and well, I loved it. I get to draw, so I've got the better end of the stick, and I think the thing that intrigues me most is actually the fact that there's so many people in their organizations honestly trying to make a change. And I think that's what I love most about doing what I do, really. That's what I've got.
So facilitating change, which is great and key. It's a long journey, and we believe that with the art and the cartoons that you've drawn for the summit during the last 3 days is going to complement, our understanding of, how the event is actually taking place. So, tell us about your visual scribing and how visual scribing brings a substantial amount of engagement to all of us.
Yeah, it's visual scribing. It's sort of a thing that came on my path, crossed my path recently. But I think it's fairly new. Then they don't even actually have a name for it, not an official name for it yet. Some call it visual harvesting, some call it scribing, some call it graphic harvesting. It's sort of this thing where artists sit in on meetings and you have to visually capture the concepts, whatever they're talking about. It's like visual minutes, really. Yes. Yeah. And I think it, judging by the reaction, I think it adds value in that people can actually, they remember something because they remember the illustration or they remember the cartoon, as opposed to just a PowerPoint presentation or taking minutes. So yes.
Reading text is long gone. Being able to actually visualize what's actually happened, and by potentially visually scribing, visually demonstrating the facts that have occurred, becomes a much better way in terms of being able to understand what it's actually transcended, right? And that's the next component in terms of how do you see this capability becoming more valuable to the corporate world?
Well, I think it can benefit the corporate world for sure. Again, with making it simple. If I can refer to my work. Let's see. These were some of this. This was an earlier. It was one of the speakers inside.
Yes.
But it's just the simplify, innovate, deliver. He specifically referred to the folder, to the ledger that the corporates are referred to, and using icons that people can actually identify with, as opposed to just having a blank, having nothing.
You've got a seamless
Where's
pin
the-
needle there, is that correct?
Yeah, that's sometimes that's what comes up.
Absolutely.
They talk and you need something, and you're sitting there thinking, what am I gonna draw?
Right.
And then seamless was just the pin needle and not having a seam. Well, seamless, yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Seamless.
So you just then personalized was the DNA string. I think I used where's the other one with no. This was also one of the where you just sort of come up with an icon. This was one of the ones I liked, was the meaning, using the dictionary, because now you think, okay, dictionary gives meaning. You know, it shows you meaning of, well, it's thesaurus actually, I suppose. And authenticity, that's why I used the DNA there, because I already used the thumbprint on the other one. Yes,
Cool.
yes.
What an amazing interpretation of the sequence of events that happened on the inside. Engagement and listening. We need to be listening more.
I know,
don't we?
right? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I think they use those horns. It's based on those horns.
Yes.
You know, that they always had the old 2 centuries ago sort of hearing aids. Yes, yes. So it's just, and I like to incorporate humor, obviously, because they just remember it better, and why not? We need to laugh more. Yes,
Be
yes.
very sad if we weren't laughing.
No,
Absolutely.
yes.
Do you want to share us more of some of the works that you've done during the week?
We have some of the speeches I did as they made points, but some of they use big words. So some of them I just sort of used overall idea for the whole theme, like making technology human. Was just that whole Pinocchio thing of I wish I was a real boy, you know, that sort of thing. And
Aladdin there, yeah, awesome.
and then we have lots of. Oh, this was actually one of my favorite ones. I spent way too long on this. You're actually supposed to draw as they go, and I sort of skipped a few. I think I skipped a speaker because I was busy with this one. But this was when that guy spoke about Mediclinic, I think. The Mediclinic people, big guy, and so you have like all the best service she's ever going to get. The doctor, you know, feeling a pulse, saying she'll explain. This is actually from what he said, you know, explaining to the patient what's going on. It was all about the service and how to make the patient having the best experience ever.
Bring him an espresso.
Yeah, I thought that's a nice touch. Just, you know, give him, instead of just coffee, you have the nurse with the espresso. You have the one fluffing a pillow, and that was sort of just because I could. The one singing to her, hush little baby, don't say a word, just really because I could.
Because you can.
Because nobody stopped me.
Making the customer feel comfortable.
Exactly. If she wants a lullaby, that's what's going to happen.
It's an amazing capture of what a patient experience should be like.
Exactly.
Yeah, precisely.
And from what you hear,
It's
not all like that.
It's not
yes,
quite like
not quite.
Everyone,
Yes.
please take note on what a surgical procedure should be like. Have you got more to share with us? You've
Dude,
got quite a few there.
shall I just hand it to you, the whole
Absolutely, why
thing?
not? Let's take a look. Let's go through this particular one right here, right now.
This one was more, I mean, there was a lot said. I was sort of left on my own. There was a lot said. And this was a discussion. I think this was one of the panel discussions.
Okay.
And then it was, bringing emotion to business.
yeah.
And the brand guiding the emotion. People buy on memory. Know how to serve the brand. This was actually from a...
Yes, from
one of the keynote speakers. Make the customer the hero, be there for the customer, and trust. Yes. I think it actually continues on the
It
yes.
sure does, because we really entrust you to be able to capture this as it really
It is actually. It's a little bit more tricky and draining than I thought it would be, because you have to listen, and you have to come up with something quick, and they carry on talking. And honestly, sometimes it's just big terms and big words, and you just, I don't know. But Google is our friend, so...
This is not big terms that you've captured here. It's actually...
You have to, I sort of dumb it down for myself. And then you just find an easier way
to bring it back
to bring it back. Exactly, to make me more identifiable.
All about the end user.
No entry, that's the end user. Yes.
Effective empathy and fairness. The balance of probability on a scale would mean that it would need not tip.
That was actually Brand Love's when Chantal did her thing.
Wow, this is magic.
The reconnecting, the spark. And I added the pink for Brand Love.
Cool.
Just...
Yeah, it's got to be
It's
done.
to yes,
Yeah, yeah.
respect and all that.
Absolutely.
And there, I just thought I just had fun there. Yeah, there's always one
There's gotta
who
be
doesn't
one.
carry,
Yeah.
doesn't really help.
Absolutely. And we've got to help carry along.
Exactly. And this was the speech from the guy from Forrester. I still actually need to finish this, but this was a very interesting, the customer experience. This was actually very interesting as well. Connecting with people, feedback. So you like using a chair, you think people can identify with a lazy boy.
And ease into the emotion, the feedback component of it. The process stays the same.
That's sort of a thing for process.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It should actually.
Yeah.
That is my main concern about conventions like
Right.
this.
When
Is
I'm
will
looking-
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I'm looking for first gear's got to be there.
Exactly. Yes.
Actually, we're going to call it top gear. The top gear.
There you go. This was also one of the, one of Chantal's things upstairs.
Yeah.
The customer journey
One of
mapping.
the workshops.
One of the workshops, yes.
The customer journey mapping. We've got to be doing it together. I mean, that's...
Yes. It's like a group thing.
It's a group
Yes.
Oh, yes, it sure is. And it transcends
I
all
don't know which one
boundaries.
is last. This was the first one I did. That was actually when we came here yesterday. The welcome.
The welcome.
That's actually the CEM logo
Yeah.
that I sort of just played with and had this whole, protective thing. Yes.
Amazing capture of that. CEM Africa Summit 2017. Take a look at that. Yeah. Awesome. Got a more colourful one here. I think we're going back to brand love.
The personalized experiences.
Yes.
That was, I think, one of the first keynote speakers. That's what I've got. I had Bob. He's happy. He got gift. He even got sausages.
Oh, brilliant.
One has to have sausages. It's one of those things. Flowers, and then everybody knows Bob, and they all obviously work at the same place. Bound together by yes. And welcome back, Bob. Look, it's Bob. Hi, Bob. Bob is happy.
We've got to fuss about each other.
Yes, exactly. And especially the customer.
Yeah.
If this conference taught us anything, it's especially the customer.
Let's fuss about the customer.
Yes.
We're going to go
That
into the last one.
that shouldn't be the last one. This
Well,
was
it is, but, walk us through this one.
this was Chantal's speech,
Yeah.
and it's sometimes I listen for stuff, worthy stuff that needs to be drawn, and sometimes things just
Resonate.
stick. Yes. And she mentioned something about being stuck between the past and the present, the past and the future, and being stuck between it and what if. Yes.
Brilliant.
I had to do the asterisk. I couldn't, literally.
Is this someone familiar to Chantal?
No, I don't know. It really isn't. Not as far as I know.
Not as far as you know. I interviewed her yesterday.
Does she identify?
I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to go back and ask her now.
Yeah, all right.
Very good. I think that's a really good capture of that one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you so much for hunting me down.
We sure did hunt you down.
I tried my
We
best.
see a lot of value in you adding, content, and this is what it is. It's adding your experience to what would not necessarily be available at an event like this.
Yes, true.
And
thank you.
We hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did.
And I see a smile on your face this afternoon, this late afternoon.
So yes,
Thank
two
you
very
so
enthusiastic
much.
thumbs up.
I'm going to give you the last word. If there's anything you'd like to say out to the community out there, what would that be?
Keep on drawing if you do, and may the creative force forever be with you. That's what I've got.
Great, thank you, Vernon. Live from the CEM 2017, the Customer Experience Management Summit will be back in 2018, and we look forward to seeing you again, Vernon. Yeah, lovely. To everyone out online, enjoy your afternoon, and we hope you enjoy the live stream. That'll be it from the Customer Experience Management Summit 2017.